Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a Saturday edition of the Shifts and Pucks News Pack for Saturday, April the 2nd. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com Shifts and Pucks. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. Some significant news happened within Calgary Flames today, so we wanted to follow up on that part of it as well. Just kind of catch up on all the news. So this is we'll be trying some Saturday news packs here for a little bit here, as we're down in the stretch run here for the National Hockey League season. So we'll be doing that. So we'll touch on that as well, and we'll start with the Flames as Sean Monahan. Brad Treliving called an impromptu press conference 10:15 Mountain Time, and Sean Monahan was announced that he has been placed on LTIR and is out for the rest of the regular season. Monahan, of course, has had a number of injuries throughout the last few years, and this is another significant one. It's a hip injury. He's been faced one hip injury. It is his other hip, so it's a season-ending injury. The 27-year-old, he of course has played a lot less this year. He's was known for a scorer, but playing fourth line mostly with Milan Lucic and and Trevor Lewis. But now he's been placed on LTIR. Uh, and Treliving talked about that today, that Sean was a warrior. Sean has been a person that has continued to contribute uh, here over the years, and uh, it's kind of a very unfortunate situation for the 27-year-old. You wonder what his next step. You hope he can recover for next year, and hope all the best for him there. Matthew Tkachuk said today, the thing people don't realize is that when you take that many faceoffs, it's not easy on the wrist or shoulders or anything like that. This is very tough to see. Um, uh, it, he It sounds like Christian Anderson tweeted out a thought from Sean Monahan. It sounds like it wasn't something that was nagging all year or something that was improperly mismanaged by the team. He came to the team, and when he realized it was not getting better, they had imaging done and surgery was required. So uh, Brad Treliving says he went to work with a smile on his face. He didn't bitch. He didn't whine. It's what can I do to help the team? That's what Sean Monahan is always about. And although he didn't know how long the hip had been bothering him, he's sprayed through a lot of stuff without telling people. I do want to say that I know Sean has faced a lot of criticism. I think there's a lot of bullshit out there, to be perfectly honest with you. The guy plays through a lot of things for people to challenge or question him, I think is wrong. Most people out there couldn't play through a third of what he has, and he keeps it to himself. This isn't stuff where people are forcing him out on the ice. So that was Treliving's perspective today on Sean Monahan's injury. The other news in terms of injury news is Oliver Kylington. He will not play tonight. He's day-to-day with a injury, and uh, he was crashing the boards against the LA Kings. He missed the third period and the overtime. Connor Mackey has been called up. He's Michael Stone will likely play the lineup tonight. It looks like it should be Stone and Chris Tanev again. It's one of four non-emergency recalls allowed following the deadline. So, and then now the Flames have approximately $6.278 million for cap space there. So now as we head into this game, it looks like Jacob Markstrom is going to get the call in goal. The Flames, of course, come in with a record of 40, 18, and 9 for 89 points. That's good enough for first place. They have 3 games in hand on the LA Kings. The Blues, no news on them last night. They rallied from through 2 deficits to lose 6-5 in overtime to the Edmonton Oilers. They come in 37, 20, and 10 for 84 points. That's good enough for third in the Central Division. Thus far. So, yeah, that's where we're coming in with the Blues. No lineup notes for the Blues as they come in there. So, that is the news there. As yeah, let's go through some of the news going on. Other news just quickly going on here through the day. The Pittsburgh Penguins, the LA. Sorry about that here. As we have one final, as we're doing this, the Florida Panthers were down to 6-2 in the third period to the New Jersey Devils and rallied to win 7-6 in overtime. So that continues. The Panthers rolling along here. They've won 3 in a row. Pittsburgh and Colorado are currently playing as we were doing this recording. Tonight, we've got the other games that are going on. We've got the LA Kings taking on the Winnipeg Jets. The Kings, of course, are in second place in the Pacific, as mentioned, trying to keep ahead of the Oilers, who are 1 point behind them. And the Jets are trying to hang into that playoff position. They are at 76 points, 4 points behind the Vegas Golden Knights. We've got the Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Boston Bruins. The Bruins coming off an 8-1 victory over the New Jersey Devils. The Bruins are sitting in the wild card spot at 89 points. And Montreal Canadiens taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Martin St. Louis playing his old team that he won the Cup for back in 2004. Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Keith Yandel's Ironman streak does end tonight officially at 989. He will be held out with an illness. The Toronto Maple Leafs come in with a course sitting in third place currently in the Atlantic Division, 43-19-5 for 91 points. We have the Minnesota Wild taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. The Wild, of course, are in second place here at 87 points, 3 points ahead of the St. Louis Blues. The Hurricanes could be the third team to hit 100 points this year. The Florida Panthers became the second today when they hit 100, beating the New Jersey Devils. And we also have, as well, we've got the Dallas Stars continuing their road trip against the San Jose Sharks. The Stars are the course of the team holding that wild cards, the cards in the wild card spot here with the least amount of games. They're 1 point behind the Vegas Golden Knights with 79 points. The Vegas Golden Knights have 80, and they've won 4 in a row. Golden Knights have, Stars have won 2 in a row. So those are all the games that are going on in the National Hockey League. Nazem Kadri, by the way, is out for the Colorado Avalanche, not playing with an upper body injury. Jason Zucker is out for the Penguins. Tonight, other news in terms of other injury news. Anton Lundell did return a lineup in the today's Panthers win over the New Jersey Devils. He missed 11 games with a lower body injury. Nate Thompson will play tonight. Keith Yandel will not, but Nate Thompson will play for the Flyers against the Toronto Maple Leafs. He scored 1 goal in 19 games. Thompson had surgery back in November 30th. He said it was important to him to return this season. Zach Werenski will miss 1 more game for the Columbus Blue Jackets because of an upper body injury. And Kyle Connor and Nate Schmidt were placed in COVID protocol Wednesday, will miss at least 1 more game for the Jets. Lawson Crouse is expected to be out the season with a broken hand. He sustained that injury on Monday's 6-1 loss to the Oilers. Nick Ritchie is expected to be facing some discipline as well. He will have a hearing in regards to the slash to Kevin Shattenkirk in yesterday's Arizona-Anaheim game, which felt like a nothing game, but Trevor Zegras scored another Lacrosse, Michigan goal. There was the comment late in the game from the Arizona Coyotes commentary team about showing up, and that has caused a bit more fracas and controversy there. And then Nick Ritchie having a hearing with the Department of Player Safety on Saturday. He was assessed a minor penalty for roughing Dominic Simone after the incident, and then the slash on Kevin Shattenkirk is what they will be specifically looking at there. In terms of WHL scores yesterday, We'll touch on them. The Portland Winterhawks beat the Everett Silvertips 5-4 in overtime. Spokane Chiefs beat the Kamloops Blazers 6-5 in overtime. We have we had the Kelowna Rockets, 4 goals in the first, 4 goals in the second. They beat the Prince George Cougars 9-2. The Seattle Thunderbirds beat the Tri-City Americans 6-4. Lethbridge Hurricanes knocked off the Medicine Hat Tigers 6-3. The Winnipeg Ice continue to roll. They beat the Regina Pats 7-0. Brandon Wheat Kings over the Prince Albert Raiders 4-2. Saskatoon Blades beat the Moose Jaw Warriors 4-1, and the Calgary Hitmen beat the Swift Current Broncos 5-2 yesterday. And as far as games going on today, we have the Seattle Thunderbirds taking on the Portland Winterhawks. We have the Winnipeg Ice taking on the Moose Jaw Warriors. The Regina Pats are taking on the Prince Albert Raiders. The Edmonton Oil Kings are in action against the Red Deer Rebels. We have the Brandon Wheat Kings taking on the Saskatoon Blades in Saskatoon. The Medicine Hat Tigers, the Lethbridge Hurricanes and the Medicine Hat Tigers are facing in Medicine Hat again. Everett and Tri-City are at it as well. Everett Silvertips taking on the Tri-City Americans, as well as the Spokane Chiefs taking on the Vancouver Giants. And the Victoria Royals are taking on the Kelowna Rockets. That rounds up the WHL scores. In the BCHL playoffs last night, we've got the Langley beat Victoria 3-2, and we have Langley Rivermen beat the Victoria Grizzlies 3-2 last night. We have, as we go through the scores here, Vernon beat, sorry about that. Just having a little bit of a technical issue here. Vernon Vipers beat the West Kelowna Warriors 5-2. And the Prince George beat, Prince George beat Cranbrook 4-1. Prince George Spruce Canes beat the Cranbrook Bucks 4-1. We have the Cowichan Valley. I'm just having a small technical issue here. Alberni Valley Bulldogs beating the Cowichan Valley Capitals 5-3 as well, and then as well we have finally the other ones here. The website's a bit funky, the BCHL website. Chilliwack Chiefs beating the Coquitlam Express 6-3. And we have the Nanaimo Clippers beating the Surrey Eagles 3-2. And finally, the Penticton Bees beat the Trail Smoke Eaters. And that was that series in that game 5-1 as playoff. And as well in BC EHL U17 finals, the Vancouver Northwest Hawks beat the Northeast Chiefs 7-3. Sorry about that with the BC EHL. That website's a bit tricky to navigate when you click on a button there and then switch back. But we got through that. That's okay. And that is the news for today, Saturday, April 2nd. You can follow us all individually. Sean Beardy Canuck 03, Tyler TNOBLE, Devin Gordhouse 09, Chris Schneid's SCHNEIDZ. I am KEVLE, Shifts and Pucks, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening, and we will talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.